Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you
know that we found that out because of COVID and a lot of other things. So we have to make sure that we protect each other, right? So you want to make sure that if you're having symptoms, you call your doctor and discuss it with your doctor. Don't determine it yourself. Call your doctor, consult your doctor, and your doctor will determine, depending on your symptoms, what needs to be done. And remember, all these pneumonias have the same kind of similar symptoms. You know, you get the headache, you get the coughing, you get the sneezing, you can have chest pains, you can have shortness of breath. There's a lot of symptoms, high fever. So a lot of the symptoms are the same. So never assume. Always contact your doctor and let your doctor determine what the next steps need to be, because that's who's the doctor, right? Not us. I don't have MD behind my name. I'm a nurse and I'm very well experienced, but I'm still going to consult with my doctor because I don't know everything. Doctors know a little bit more than I do. So don't think because you're knowledgeable, you do a lot of research, that you know what you're talking about. Always consult your doctor as well. You can do your research, but consult your doctor. Make sure when it is and these extremists that just want to throw their take on something. No, you want to so we can all get back to our routine. But we can't do that with a grade mask, a K95, right? One of these. And if you have some N95s, fine. I know for the hospital, we're fit tested for our N95s, but there are N95s on the web that you can get. So those are better masks than the regular cloth mask. So this is an example of the N95 that's available on the internet. And you know that it's the right N95 because it's NOSHA approved, National Institute of Safety and Health. So it'll tell you that on the mask. So make sure it's NOSHA approved and you have that N95. Those are better protection for you than the cloth mask and the regular non-medical or surgical mask. Because what happens is, if you put it on, it doesn't protect as well because if you see, there's holes and gaps here. So if you have holes and gaps, then you're going to have increased chances of that coronavirus getting right in there to you because it's airborne. So the K95 is a little better coverage, and so is the N95. That's your better bet. So make sure you get K95, N95. They're more available now on the internet. So get that for your family so you're better protected than just the cloth mask. The cloth mask is, there's several layers. Okay, so then what we're going to do is make sure if you do have the cloth or the non-medical, have 2 layers, 2 different masks on. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I'll do some examples of easy motion exercises So these are exercises you can do every day, every night to try to stay healthy. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay. I was getting the table. I can't, you have to everybody, and welcome back. So I'm gonna give you some exercises that you can do while you're sitting out in a chair. So sitting, lying, and standing. So on your couch or your bed, you can put your back up against your armrest or the backboard, and then you can always remember to hold in your abs and work your arms, right? So you can do this, right? Hold in your abs, and then when you get a little bit more advanced, scoot down some. But it's always holding in your abs and moving your arms. And then when you get better, you can go all the way, right? Hold in your abs and move your arms, right? Okay. Now, let's get to the floor. Let's finish the floor ones. Okay. Okay, so if you want to make your exercises a little bit more challenging, then you can get the resistance bands and you can put them around your legs, or you can use them with your arms. I'm going to give you one you can use. And the tighter you do the resistance band, the more work you'll have to do. So if you're not used to exercising yet, I wouldn't suggest the resistance band yet. But anyway, say if you are, you put it here. And then you want to make sure that you roll your hip all the way over, and then you can lift your knees. You can do 3 sets of 10, or you can hold it for 30 seconds, right? You can do that. Or you can also stretch it out. Remember, always hold your ab in. You can either up and down, 3 sets of 10, or you can hold it like isometric. You can also go to the back, but remember to keep that hip rolled over. You can always, like I say, you can do 3 sets of 10, or you can hold it there for isometrics. Okay, and then remember, you want to do both sides. I'm just demonstrating one side, but you want to do both sides. Now, since we're here, right? So for here, you can do pelvic tilts. So you can hold your ab in and lift up. You can do 3 sets of 10, or you can hold it for 30 seconds, right? Or another one here for the inner thigh. You just open and just close, right? And that'll help this inner thigh part right here, right? Now, you can also keep your knees here, and you can go down to the side, one side, right? And if you can't go all the way, then go where you can go until you can go further, until you can go to the floor, right? Okay, so, and then remember, do this on both sides. And this is also a good way to stretch at the end when you're done with your exercises, just to stretch out. Then you can do 2 legs, same thing, until you can go all the way, right? So eventually you want to get to here. And remember, you got to go on both sides. This is really good for these love handles right here. That's what this is good for, right? So this is really good for that, to go from side to side, right? Now, another thing you can do, since we're here, you can also do lifts, right? And if you can't go all the way, then go where you can go until you can go all the way, right? And then to make it harder, go really slow when you get more advanced. While you're holding in your ab, go slower, because it takes more control, right? Now, another thing you do, stretch out and open. Same thing like we did with the knees, but just open and close with your legs. It gives you that same type of opportunity for the inner thigh, and it works that outside of that thigh. And then you can do lifts, individual, right? And then you can do them together. You can do low, medium, so you can go all the way, right? And then you can go slower if you want to get more resistance in there. Go slower, right? 3 sets of 10. That's how you do that. Now, you turn over. This is a good one for the back fat, the buttocks, those moon craters, buttocks and thighs, and you can lift. Now, if you can't go all the way, go where you can go. Like if you have knee problems, then go where you can go. If you can go all the way, then go all the way. This is good for that. And it helps with that back. If you have back problems, just go really slow with that. It helps the back. It really does. Okay. Now, time to do some standing. Okay. Standing. Okay, so for standing, you can, in order to build your core up, you need to be able to stand on one foot. So if you're not, haven't done this yet, then don't have a loose chair. You know, get your hand on your dresser or something high that you can hold on to, so you can stand without holding on. Because this helps to build your core with your abs, your thighs, and your buttocks for at least 30 seconds, right? And also until you can do the other one as well. Not if you're doing this, no, you have to make sure that you're contracting and holding with your abs, your thighs, and your buttocks. Okay, I can do that first either. So just keep trying, but do something sturdy until you can get used to it. Now, there's also the side lifts, right? Now remember, do things on both sides, not just one, on both sides, right? Now, another thing you can do is squats. If you have knee problems, then you want to squat like you're sitting down. So I'm going to show you from the side view so you can see what I'm talking about. Because that takes the pressure off of your knees. So you want to act like you're sitting down. So you want to stick your buttocks out, right? So that pressure is off your knee. So stick your butt out and go down, right? And if you can't go all the way, go where you can go until you can go all the way. But remember, you want to make sure, see how when you go put your butt out, it takes the pressure off your knees. So that's how you can do your squat. Now, another thing, while we're standing, oh, okay, hold on. Let me get my mic on. Here. Okay, so when you're exercising, that happens. Sometimes the mic falls off. Okay, so you can run in place with weights, right? You can get some lightweight little dumbbells, and you can run in place with those. Now, if you don't have it, you can get bottles of water, canned fruit, whatever you can. You don't have to go get any weights. The object is to move and to use the exercises, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Now, another thing you can do is for your calves, you can do lifts where you push up to your ball or your foot, right? So you're up high. And if you're not there yet, you might have to either hold on to something or go lower until you can get all the way up, right? Because that's the best way, is to get all the way up. Okay? Now, another thing you can do when you're standing, now when you do this, make sure that you go slow if you have back problems, because then you get back spasms, right? So go slowly. So you want to just go down, right? Touch the floor. If you can't touch the floor, then you can touch your calf, your ankles, the top of your foot, until you can touch the floor, right? But remember, if you have back problems, you have to go slow. Now, you want to rotate and mix it up. You have to bring your feet in a little bit, and you want to go to the side. So you go to the side, right? To the side, right? To the middle, right? To the side, to the middle, and so forth, right? Now, at the end of your workout, if you want to stretch your back out, this is another good way too, is to just roll down here and just hold and stretch your back out for like count at least 30 seconds. That's so good for your back at the end of your workout. Okay? All right. Let's do some exercises while you're sitting. Whew. And you see this works, right? It's no joke. At first, my sister, when I showed her, she was laughing at me. Because she said, oh, that's not going to work. The next day, she couldn't even move. So it does work. Now, let's do some sitting down. So, since we're here already, we can do these same inner thigh workouts. So you can do them while you're lying down and while you're sitting. So you just open and close, right? That's for this thigh right here, this inner thigh. You know, when your legs are up together, this is great for this. You know, while you're watching your favorite TV program, just start exercising. By the time you get through half the show, it's 30 minutes, right? With the commercials, right? So before you know it, you already done an hour exercise. So then you just mix it up and do different things. And that's why I'm showing you different exercises. Now, you can also do the same thing, the sit-ups. I call them sit-ups when you're sitting. So it's the same principle. You just roll down and you touch the floor. Now, this might be a little easier for some of you guys because you don't have to move so far. But you do the same thing. You're in the middle, and then you go to the side, right? Don't twist your chair if you're in a chair. You twist your body because you want to make these muscles, these lateral muscles work. So you want to move with that, right? Right. So now another thing you can do what I call toe lifts. So you're marching on your toes. You're going up and down. You can do it individually or you can do them together. It's up to you, but you can do that, and you can do that while you're working your arms, right? And then if you have shoulder problems, make sure that you're supporting your arms on your thighs while you're doing your lifts, because then that keeps your shoulders supported and it's not putting any pull on your shoulders. Okay? Now, another thing you can do the 4 points or 3 points, where you lift up, you straighten out, you bend it back, and you put it down. Lift up, straighten out, bend it back, and put it down. Same thing, right? Remember, all of this is while you hold it in your abs. Remember that. Always holding your abs, right? Now, you can always do the traditional scissors where, make sure you're in a stable, stationary chair that doesn't move, and you just crisscross, right? And another thing you can do that's isometrics, like even when you're in the doctor's office, you can just hold your legs up, right? Holding your abs, point your toes, and pull them back. Why are you holding your legs up, right? So I usually do at least 2 sets of 30, right? While you're holding. And this is keeping that thigh engaged, and it's also working the calf because you're moving your feet back and forth. So you can do this while you're at work, while you're at the doctor's office, or you can just hold your legs up. Even with you at work, you can hold them up and just hold them there. That gets that circulation going, and your muscles are contracted, so it's working them. It's isometric exercises. So you can do that as well. Now, you can also lift them. You can lift them individually, right? Or you can lift them together. You have to be in a stationary chair in order to do that together. I keep losing this mic. Okay. It's because I'm exercising, right? Okay, so now you can lift them together, right? So you can lift them a little bit. Remember, hold your abs in and keep your back up against the chair or your bed or whatever you're utilizing. Make sure your back is supported. So you want to keep pull your abs in and keep your back pushed to the back of the chair so you can lift, right? And you can go up and down. If you can't go too far, then go where you can go, little baby steps, till you can go a little higher, right? Now, that's a difficult one, but you can do that. Now, for your arms, this is another resistant band, but it's skinnier, and you can tie it off in the middle. Put your hands in there, and you can put your hands on your knee, right? So, and then you can do some curls. Now, the further apart your knee is, the greater the resistance, right? So you can do your curls that way too. This is another way to get those curls in. If you got your hands on your legs, you just do your exercise and you can get that in. If that's too much resistance for you, then put your legs closer, and then it won't be as bad. So it just depends on where you want to start, or even closer if you're a new beginner, right? And then when you want to get it tougher, move your legs out. So it's going to be more resistance, and it's going to cause you to do more resistance because they're further apart. And you stretch in the band even further, right? When you get really advanced, then you can really stretch it apart, right? And you can do those curls, right? Okay. Now, another thing that I really, really love. Oh, man, I just love this thing. I keep losing this mic. Anyway, this is a QB. So when I first got this, I could not lift it at all. But as time goes on, you get stronger, right? So I had to use both hands. The other thing is about this QB, there's also other peddlers that are cheaper. You get the two that you have a pedal on each side, and it has a speedometer on it. It also has an tension wheel on it, so you can make it harder or tighter. And while you're watching your favorite TV show, you could be exercising, right? And so get your arm curls going. If you can't do the weights, you can do the resistive band. You can be doing that while you are paddling. And then you can, what you can do, what I find that's kind of helpful, is to look at the clock, and then I pedal real fast for at least 5 to 10 minutes, really fast, right? And remember, you're holding your ab in the whole time because you want to burn some calories. So then you go really fast, and you'll feel it in your thighs. You'll feel it, trust me. Now, if it's too much for you, then just pick a rate and do it consistently for 45 minutes to an hour, right? But you want to be able to get that exercise in. Every little bit helps. It's definitely better than not at all. So you got to exercise because we are made to move. Even if you feel tired. I have plenty of nights where I'm tired. I'm like, no, I can't do this. But you know what? I get on it and I do it anyway. Then I feel better. It helps you sleep better. And remember what I said about sleep? It's how you build and regenerate your immune system, right? You have to get plenty of rest, especially with all these different types of pneumonia. And I just want you to know the differences, so when you get sick, you don't just blow it off, because now we're into the winter time, which is flu season. And if you can, get a flu vaccine. If you have, if you're allergic to it, or if you have some immune problems, then okay, I understand that. But if you don't have those situations, then get your flu vaccine. Get your COVID vaccines. We've had even pregnant women. Some have gotten COVID while they're pregnant. Some have died and their babies survived. Some mothers and baby have died. So it's safe for pregnant mothers as well. Follow the science. And dads, if you're trying to have kids in the future, it will not cause you to be infertile. It just doesn't. It doesn't cause metal to be in your body. So I have metal, and it's not sticking to my body because there's no metal in it. It's the mRNA, which is a protein. It's not a dead COVID. It's not a live COVID. It doesn't cause you to have COVID. In order for you to be fully vaccinated, you had to have had this, if it's a 2-dose like Pfizer or Moderna, you had to have the 2 shots, and you had to have had it for 2 weeks for you to be considered fully vaccinated. So if you're in the middle, or just got yours and you get COVID, your immune system hasn't built it up yet. You're not really considered fully vaccinated status yet. So some people say, oh, I got it, the vaccine, and I got COVID. You have to be with your regimen for 2 weeks out. Johnson & Johnson is a one shot. So 2 weeks after that. But get your vaccines. Even if you had COVID, people say, oh, well, the more I have COVID, the better my immune system is. It's not true. It's proven research that it increases your chances to get COVID again if you're not vaccinated. So if you had it already, don't go out there trying to get it, because you don't want to get COVID. Even if you survived it the first time and you had mild symptoms, you can still have permanent damage and lingering damage. Even some of the athletes are even stated how they've had COVID and they come back and they don't have their win. They can't work as hard. They get more exhausted because it impacts your lungs. It can impact your kidneys. You're never going to be the same after COVID. So you don't want to get COVID. You just don't want to get it. You want to wear your mask. You want to keep your 6 feet or more. Because remember, I did a show where it's really airborne and it can travel 22 feet in about 20 seconds. So it travels in the air, and it travels very quickly because it's not just droplets like typically. They're fine aerosol-like droplets. We're like really fine and tiny. So they travel a lot easier. Droplets will travel slowly and then drop. The aerosol from COVID travels and it lingers for a long time because they're small drops. So it's not over. You need to wear your mask, wear 2 masks if you don't have a K95 or N95. You want to make sure if you're wearing those cloth ones or those non-surgical medical ones, then you wear 2. You wear that and maybe a cloth mask over it so you can get a tighter fit, because you don't want it to seep up under your mask, because that's, remember, it's fine aerosol. Now also, I recommend that you wear some goggles. See, these goggles, you can get them online. They fit really good. They protect the lateral part of your side of your face. They're fog free. They fit over your glasses. You want to protect it and keep it from coming into your eyes as well, because it can enter into your conjunctivitis, the same area where you get the pink eye. So I recommend goggles as well as your N95, your K95. Please wear those. Please make sure that you're trying to keep your immune system built up. Get your blackberries. I do black, red, and blueberries. Like I say, you can order them online if you don't have a store near you, and you can wash and freeze them, put them in a freezer bag, and take them out when you need them. Eat plenty of broccoli and avocados, because it helps to build your immune system, as well as almonds and cashews. You want to make sure you take your vitamin C, your vitamin D. Get the D with the calcium, then it helps to pick up both so your bones stay fine. You can take zinc to help build your immune system up if you don't want to worry about eating a bunch of broccoli or avocados or berries or almonds or cashews or other sources. You can also eat garlic or put garlic in your meals, or you can take garlic supplements. You can also take zinc supplements to help build your immune system. Now, you can also make sure that in the mornings when you get up, always gargle first with a mouthwash, because a lot of times the mucus will be there sitting in your throat. So mouthwash will help get rid of that. And it's been proven research that mouthwash does help with coronavirus. So you want to do that. Make sure you keep washing down your products, your items, and then also make sure that you're using either antibacterial soap, lathering it up and rubbing them down, or also you can get some bleach use 1/3 of bleach versus 2/3 of water, and you have your bleach spray. You can order the spray bottles online, so you can have that for your protection and the care of your items and making sure you're cleaning things. Make sure you wash your hands after you do your mail. Clean any packages coming into your house. Wipe down your frequent knobs or anything like that. And also, you know, if you're having problems and you want to clean your nose out, you know, these are very good. They come with little individual packages, and you put it in there, these neti meds, and you put the package in. There's a line there where you can fill warm water. Cold water feels very terrible. So make sure you have warm water, but not hot water, warm water. And you put the pack in there and you mix it up, and you hold your head over the sink, and you can wash out your sinuses. So that's a good thing that you can do to help clean your sinuses out after you've been out and about. But you want to make sure that you continue to be safe, because even people that are fully vaccinated have had some breakthrough cases of COVID. So you still want to make sure you still use those precautions. Okay? So just stay the course. You know, be patient. Sorry, let me get some water. So be patient, drink plenty of fluids, get plenty of exercise. So exercise every single day. Dedicate some time to some exercise every day. You need to get at least 7 hours of sleep or more. So that allows your body to recuperate and continue to build the immune system. You want to make sure that, please don't eat a bunch of calories, because another complication, or actually a risk of COVID, is being overweight. So you don't want to gain extra pounds. You want to get those pounds off. So you want to exercise. You want to make sure that you're doing that exercise. The other thing is you want to make sure that you're getting the plenty of rest, because we do need that. We all need rest. And you know what I do when I can't sleep? I take some melatonin, at least 10 milligrams. If you take it an hour before you plan on going to sleep, then it'll help you go to sleep, melatonin. So if you need to reach me, you can reach me at healthyliving.company, there at my website. And if you missed the live broadcast, you can tell your friends to go to healthyliving.com, and you can watch it anytime. You can also reach me here at Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113. The producer of the show is TJAMZ, TJAMZ, and you can reach him at his website and here at the Next Level Studios. Okay, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.